Hi guys, thank you for joining me. It's Anushka here with your astrology update for February. Before I go into the video, just to mention, for those of you who are interested in seeing more from me, tarot readings and updates and articles and some of my artwork as well, those of you who want to support me, head over to Patreon. I've just started up a Patreon page and I'll be sharing my esoteric artwork. I'll be doing impromptu readings and sharing all kinds of stuff on there, so I'd really appreciate it if you headed over there and just show me some love. Okay, on with your reading. Hello Aquarius, this is the second time I've recorded your particular forecast for this month. For some reason the last one just went missing. So happy birthday guys, and I hope you've had a wonderful one if you've had it already, and for you later born Aquarians, happy birthday and have a wonderful day. What is going on with you? Well, you are having a lot of fun by the looks of it, Aquarius. You've got the sun, I mean, it's your birthday, it's a great time for celebration, isn't it? So, but you've got the sun and Mercury both in your first house, making you very expressive, very communicative, wanting to share ideas, be around people, socialize, interested in lots of things. And with Mars there in the third of your local community, you're out and about, you're doing things, probably taking short distance trips, seeing things. Venus is there in the 11th along with Jupiter, which is all about your networking, your friendship groups, acquaintances. So this is all very sociable energy, and I imagine that a lot of you have been having a really good time of it, which is what you want on your birthday, really, isn't it? So that's great. And this month, you know, as we start this month, and even as we continue, there are a lot of blessings coming through for you, Aquarius. Now, one thing I will say to you is that I really recommend that you network and put yourself out there this month. Do it before Mercury goes retrograde, okay, in March, because there's a lot of opportunity here for you to potentially link up with, make contacts with influential people, people who could collaborate with you, people who could help take your plans further. But this is a great time to be networking and putting yourself out there. The universe wants to support you. You've got Jupiter up there in your 11th house of goals, dreams, wishes, networking, my acquaintances, my spiritual tribe, you know, and Jupiter is wanting to bless you. It's wanting to expand your presence, okay, in these areas, and it's blessing you in terms of your goals, your dreams, your wishes, and likely bringing in people to your life who are quite unusual or different or maybe even foreign, you know, into your sphere, and people who think they might be different on the outside, but they're likely to think like you, have a similar philosophy to you. Maybe they're a little bit eccentric, because, you know, we all know Aquarians are known for being eccentric. Maybe they're a little bit eccentric, but, you know, Sagittarius, where Jupiter is right now, sextiles you, so it brings you natural opportunity, and this is what is going on here. So you're going to be attracting bigger clients, more clients, overseas clients, so you need to be putting yourself out there, especially with Venus in that 11th house for the first 3 days of the month. Okay, she moves on the 3rd into your 12th house, where things will become a bit quieter. But this is a really good time to be really putting yourself out there. Your focus is going to shift this month. It's going to go from being sociable to suddenly how you're making money and your security. That's where the focus is going to go, to your more intimate zones as we move on to the month. So it's like you have this fun, you have this inspiration, you might have a lot of projects on the go, and then it's like, right, how, you know, you get down to the nitty-gritty in a sense. Now, Uranus is there in your 3rd house. Uranus is bringing opportunity through local contacts, right? Uranus is bringing opportunity through communications, wanting you to use technology in your communication with other people, because you may well get opportunities that come through there. Uranus has also been causing you to meet unusual people just as you're going about your day-to-day life. Eccentric people, creative people, you know, interesting people who may be able to help you along with your vision, with whatever it is you want to create. These people can be very supportive. Uranus has been there for the past 7 years, and he's been changing up your perspectives, the way you communicate, the way, and communication isn't just, you know, speaking. The way you communicate, maybe in terms of your body language, and in terms of how you perceive other people's communication, in terms of if you communicate through writing or through art. It's been really making you explore and make breakthroughs in these areas. And there's been possibly as well some slight ups and downs when it comes to sibling relationships. You know, Uranus is the planet of change and unpredictability. So he's been there in that third house, and he's wrapping up those lessons, ready to move into your fourth house in March, where suddenly it's going to be about surprises and change when it comes to home, the home base, family, your more intimate life. It could see you traveling and becoming a digital nomad for a while. It could see you moving home. But we'll go into more depth with that when we get to March. So this is your, you know, your last kind of taster of Uranus in the third. But he's going to be giving you a lot of opportunities throughout February, like I said, to make contacts, to invest in your abilities and your skills, to meet up with interesting people who can offer you opportunities, offer you commissions, offer you work. There's a lot of really positive energy here. So it's cool. Right. And then, you know, something that's going to be going on for a while. Saturn is in your 12th house. He's been there since last year. Saturn is trying to stabilize and ground your spiritual experience, okay? Saturn is doing a karmic cycle of your chart at the moment, and he's clearing up the debris, he's clearing up what is not wanted anymore, and he's just like trying to give you spiritual foundations that you can rely on, that you can trust, making your sense of faith in the universe more real, more grounded. And this is going on until 2020 when he meets up with Pluto. And this is major, major internal transformation and realization of one's own personal power in the world. So that's quite special. And Venus is going to meet up with both of these power players, Saturn and Pluto, as we go through February. So I'm going to talk you through the month. So, right, as we begin the month, we've got a bit of funky energy happening. So we've got Mars in your third house of communication, short distance travel, squaring up with Pluto in the 12th house. So there could be some tension come out. This could literally just be to do with your perception of something. Okay, this could be an internal struggle that happens, or it could be something that comes at you. At the same time, on the same day, we've got Venus in Sagittarius sextiling you, trining Uranus in your third house. So that Venus trining Uranus is once again opportunity, creative opportunity, innovative opportunity that comes through contacts with other people, a win-win situation. So, you know, there's that positive energy that I'd like you to tap into there. On the third, we have, actually, another thing I was going to mention to you. Yeah, on the third, we have Mercury in your sign, right? Sextiling Jupiter in your 11th house. So you see there's all these opportunities happening. So linking up with people, to collaborate, putting yourself out there, spreading the message, spreading the word, planning what it is you want to create this year. What is it you want? You know, maybe this is a good time to sit down and actually brainstorm and do like a bit of a schedule as to what it is you want to be achieving this year. So you've got goals to work on each month, because there's so much opportunity here for you, Aquarius, to really be seen by a wider audience in a really positive way. On the third as well, Venus enters Capricorn. So Venus goes into your 12th house. So this then becomes a little bit more about self-care. Spending time alone, spending time grounding, spending time meditating. This is quieter emotionally, more private. Your love life becomes a little bit more private. Maybe you're not so out and about with, if you've got a partner, you're not so much out and about with each other. Instead, you're staying at home more, you're wanting more intimate time together. This is great for creativity because, the 12th house it's where we can tap into archetypal themes, subconscious themes, things to do with oneness, so it can be a really good time for creativity. Venus is a creative planet anyway. So this happens on the 3rd. Let me just check my battery hasn't cut out on me again. Okay. No, we are good. Right. Then on the 4th is a new moon in Aquarius. Honestly, we've got a busy month this month. On the 4th is a new moon in your sign. So this is your new moon, okay? This is your new moon this year. And it's beautifully aspected. Along with Mercury and the Sun in your sign, It's making a sextile to Jupiter, again in that 11th house of my hopes, my dreams, my wishes, communication, technology, my peer groups, my friendship groups. People want to be around you. People want to offer their support to you. People want to see you grow. The universe wants to see you grow. There's opportunity coming in here. Make a new moon intention. If it's one thing you do, if it's the one thing you do this month, make a new moon intention, okay? New moon intentions are when we harness the energy of the new moon. That brand new, it's like a birthing energy. We run with it, we harness it, and we focus it into whatever it is that we're wanting to create in this cycle. But because this is your personal new moon of the year, this can last you throughout the whole year. So do a new moon intention. For those of you who don't know how to do one, come join me on Patreon. It's the minimum subscription is $3 a month, and you can unsubscribe at any time. I will be doing a video next week on new moon and full moon rituals, showing you how to do them. So you can really tap into that power. But this is a perfect new moon, full of opportunity, full of faith, full of generosity from others to you. So take advantage of it, Aquarius. All right. Then again, on the 8th, we've got, did I say, yeah, then on the 8th, we've got the sun in your sign, sextiling Jupiter again. You're seeing, the universe just wants to give you opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. It's crazy. Then on the 10th, Mercury enters Pisces, okay? So it goes from being in your first house to then going into your second house, where you're going to be focusing more on financial matters, getting finances in order, how you make your money, how you're investing your talents, how you're using your resources, your talents to make money. For those of you who are creative, this is great as well, because Pisces is a creative sign. But you can see now what's going to happen is you're going from putting yourself out there to now grounding it. How can we make money out of this? How are my resources? How is my home, my family doing? Tapping into that a lot more. So this is where you might be wise to start doing some financial planning, for the year ahead, looking at how you want to move forward. Right, and then on the 13th, Mars and Uranus in Aries have a close conversation with each other. Now this is about freedom. This is about liberation, casting off the shackles, okay? So this is in your third house of short distance travel. This is communication. This is also creativity. People forget that the third house is also very creative. So maybe you're changing your art form. Maybe you're changing the way you express yourself, the way you communicate with others. There's a feeling of freedom here, or wanting that freedom. Well, not even wanting, being driven to do nothing but liberate in that sense. And so this can also see communication being quite erratic and sudden. So be aware of sudden blow-ups that could happen on this day. On the 14th is when Mars goes into Taurus. Now, he'll pass Uranus and then go into Taurus, and this is your fourth house. So this is where your drive is now more towards home, family, home matters, in personal matters. This is where you're going to be going now. So you're going to be becoming a little bit quieter, more focused on these areas. This is, well, actually, I'll speak about that as we go later on into the month. But yeah, also with Mars going into Taurus on the 14th, this makes this Valentine's a very sensual one, very sexy, because Taurus is all about sensuality, what we feel, what we smell, what we touch. It rules, it's the bounty of earth. It is very physical. So it's wise to incorporate those aspects into your Valentine's date if you're having one this month. And even if you're not having one, do it for yourself. Give yourself, I don't know, a foot massage, a foot rub. Have a nice hot long bath. Have a nice, rich glass of red wine, if that's your thing. Have a beautiful meal. It's about awakening the senses. And it's wise for us to connect with nature at this time as well, to ground, because there's so much forward momentum energy. It's wise that we be grounding in nature and being out in nature, okay? And I think for you, you're going to really value this Valentine's. You're going to value intimate time with your partner. Maybe you won't be so much in the mood for going out because you were already going out a lot anyway. I can see that. Or you were very active socially. Now Venus is in your 12th house, which is a very quiet house in some ways. Well, when it comes to outer appearances, it's very quiet. Same thing with the 4th house. When it comes to outer appearances, it's very quiet. So Venus in the 12th, Mars in the 4th, I would say to you, you probably enjoy this Valentine's, if you've got a partner, you probably enjoy this more. Just creating your own environment with each other in the privacy of your own home and being sensual with one another. Cooking a nice meal, going for a walk in nature, something like that. I think you'll like that. Right. To be honest, there's so many more. Sextile, sextile, sextile. Opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. I just keep seeing it. So put yourself out there. On the 18th, there's the sun in your sign. Sextiling Uranus in your 3rd house. Again, communication. Get yourself out there. Send emails to clients. Promote your business, especially if you work for yourself or you want to, or if you have a passion that you're following. Put yourself out there. Use technology, because Uranus rules technology, right? Use technology to further your goals, to further your wishes. Be innovative in how you're marketing yourself, Aquarius. And then on the 18th, the sun enters Pisces. So the focus now is, like I said, is magnifying the focus of home, family. This is where your energy is going to be going more. On the 19th, we have a full moon in your 8th house, which I really like. This full moon is surrounded by so many cool aspects. Like I said, we've got that sun sextiling Uranus. We've got Venus making a conjunction to Saturn. There's this feeling of, I mean, the 8th house is intimacy, it's my psychology, it's what lies beneath, it's sex, death, transformation, taxes, the resources we share. And this full moon has a very spiritual quality to it. But it's got this, there's this feeling of support from the universe. I am spiritually supported. Saturn and Venus are giving it a sense of commitment, and it's something you can trust. So maybe you come to a place where you feel you can trust in life now. You can trust in yourself. You're no longer doubting yourself. You now know that you have what it takes. And you feel the support from source, God, creator, whatever you call it. Or maybe love is making you feel supported and secure, or maybe a mixture of the two. But there's this feeling of an emotional culmination with this full moon. And it's deep, and it relates to intimacy and psychology, and there's esotericism involved. It's spiritual. A great time to be creative. Could be a very intimate moment with yourself or with somebody else. And it's real. The universe is saying, trust your abilities, trust your instincts, trust what you have to offer the world, because you can do it. And what's lovely is going on this month, we've got a sextile happening, sextile again, between Saturn and Neptune. So this is grounding the dreams, bringing dreams into reality, bringing my talents, my skills, my abilities, my imagination, my intuition, support from the universe into reality, supporting you from your 12th house to the 2nd house, saying, do you have an innate talent that you haven't brought forth that you can make money out of? The universe wants to support you financially, and it's to do with your spirituality, your creativity, your intuition. Bring it out. Bring out what makes you uniquely you. Because it makes you, there's a lot of value in it, and that's what the universe wants you to see. Then as we move on in the month, Venus then joins up with Pluto in your 12th house. So this is transformative, this is powerful. I feel a lot of us are really ending this month on a power note. Feeling empowered, and for you it's going to be a deep, profound empowerment. So there's this, it's strange, we've got two things going on this month for you, Aquarius. On one hand, there's deep, profound empowerment and feeling connection with self, the universe, and others. And then on the other hand, there's this lighter sense of support from other people, people wanting to give you opportunities. It's really nice, I really like it. I hope you do too. Right, hopefully this one will save. Happy birthday, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and join me on Patreon if you fancy it. I will see you next month, my loves. Bye-bye. Bye.